Starting my speech in 3, 2, 1. I stand firmly as the opposition to reject the motion this House would adopt student loan mechanism in Indonesia. At first glance, student loans may sound like a good solution for expensive education. The proposition believes this system can help more students enter university and improve Indonesia's human resources. However, in reality, implementing student loans in Indonesia would create bigger economic and social problems for students and for the country itself. Why? Because Indonesia is not Singapore. Yeah, the proposition compares Indonesia with Singapore, but the conditions are completely different. Singapore has a strong economy, high salaries, low unemployment rates, and excellent human resources. Most graduates there can quickly find stable job with good income, which is why the student loan system can still work relatively well. Meanwhile, Indonesia still struggles with unemployment, unequal job opportunities, and relatively low wages. Even university graduates in Indonesia often face difficulties finding stable employment. Some workers only receive minimum wage salaries, which are barely enough for daily necessities such as transportation, food, rent, and family expenses. Now, imagine if these graduates also have education debt. The proposition says students only need to repay loans after getting jobs, but having a job does not automatically mean someone is financially secure. If people already struggle to survive with limited income, even small monthly repayments can become a serious burden. The proposition also avoids discussing about the example of the United States, because the student loan system there has clearly failed. Millions of Americans are trapped in long-term debt after graduation. Many cannot buy houses, save money, or build stable life because they are still paying student loans for years. And if developed countries like the United States still face these problems, then Indonesia, with weaker economic conditions and limited resources, could experience even worse consequences. Indonesia's APBN is also not unlimited. The government still needs to focus on healthcare, infrastructure, subsidies, poverty reduction, and many other national issues. Creating and managing a nationwide student loan program would require huge funding and complicated administration. Moreover, I completely disagree with the proposition's mindset that as long as the students repay the money, the system is successful. Because education should not simply become a financial investment project where the main focus is repayment. The true purpose of education is to improve people's quality in life, develop innovation, and strengthen a society. And even if graduates repay their loans, what happens if they choose to work abroad afterward? Indonesia may receive the repayment money, but other countries receive the talented workers, productivity, and innovation. In the end, Indonesia still loses its best resources. Another problem is that student loans can increase inequality. Wealthy students can continue their studies comfortably without worrying about that, while middle and lower income students may constantly feel pressure by repayment responsibilities. This creates unfair pressure on students from less privileged backgrounds. Furthermore, student loans may affect career choices negatively. Many graduates may choose jobs only based on salary because they are desperate to pay off debt quickly. Education then becomes less about passion and self-development and more about financial survival, which is a nightmare. There is also no guarantee that this system would run fairly in Indonesia. Problems such as weak administration, corruption, and unequal access to information still exist. If the system is poorly managed, students may face unclear regulation, unfair repayment system, or poor financial management. Instead of copying policies from other countries, Indonesia should create solutions based on its own conditions. The government should focus on expanding scholarships, reducing tuition fees, improving public universities, and creating better job opportunities for young people. Because education should give students hope and opportunity, not force them to begin adulthood with financial burdens and uncertainty. For all these reasons, I firmly oppose the motion that Indonesia should adopt a student loan mechanism. Thank you.